All right, today we're diving into something pretty interesting, the business of belief. We're going to look at a marketing case study that asks a really unique question. And here it is, the central question. How do you market a spiritual awakening? I mean, think about it. It's one thing to sell a car or a phone, something you can see and touch. But how on earth do you package and sell an experience that's completely internal and, deeply personal? Well, here's the problem, right? For a lot of people, what should be a sacred journey ends up being a logistical nightmare. The goal is this profound spiritual experience, but the reality? It's just endless planning. You're trying to find inner peace, but you're stuck worrying about booking flights, finding a decent hotel, and just getting around. All that stress can totally kill the vibe you were going for in the first place. So to see how someone actually solves this, we're going to look at a really cool case study. It's a company called Sweet Trip India, a tour operator based in the holy city of Varanasi. And what's fascinating is that their entire business is built around fixing this exact problem. And look at their value proposition. It's so smart. They're not just selling travel. They're selling a promise, a seamless, spiritually enriching, and hassle-free journey. That language is everything because it tackles the customer's biggest anxieties head-on. Okay, so how do they actually pull that off? Well, it comes down to these core services. We're talking car rentals, hotel bookings, boat rides, the whole shebang. These are the nuts and bolts, the building blocks of that hassle-free promise. They handle all the annoying stuff so you, the traveler, can just focus on why you came in the first place. But here's the thing. When you're selling a promise, something intangible, trust is everything. So how do you build it? Well, this company's strategy really rests on what we can call 4 pillars of trust. Let's dive into what those are. So here they are. 1. Demonstrate expertise. 2. Guarantees simplicity. 3. Ensure reliability. And 4. Provide support. If you look at their marketing, they just hit these 4 points over and over again. And it makes sense, right? Each one is like an antidote to a specific fear a traveler might have. First up, expertise. They're all about their local know-how. And this isn't just about knowing where the hotels are. No, this is much deeper. It's about understanding the culture, the rituals, all the little details of the place. They want you to see them as expert guides, not just some website that books tickets. Pillar number 2 is simplicity. This goes right back to that logistical nightmare we talked about. By shouting about fast and easy booking, they're making a simple promise. We will make this entire process painless. From the moment you contact us to the final confirmation, it's going to be smooth sailing. Next, we've got reliability, and this one is absolutely crucial. Think about it. When you're in a new, unfamiliar place, what's your number one concern? Safety, right? So when they promise a safe and comfortable journey and talk about clean cars and professional drivers, they're hitting on a really deep, fundamental fear. And the final pillar is support. Travel never goes exactly as planned. Things happen. By offering 24/7 customer support, they're basically giving you a safety net. For someone who's a little anxious about the trip, that single promise, knowing that help is always just a call away, can be the one thing that makes them say yes.
Okay, so that's how they build trust. But what are they actually selling? Well, they take these incredibly important sacred destinations and package them into itineraries that are really clear and easy to understand.
So, for a place like Varanasi, they boil it down. It's the city of light, and you've got to see the Kashi Vishwanath temple and the Ganga Aarti. For Ayodhya, it's Lord Ram's birthplace. Main attraction is the new temple. What they're doing is taking a place that could feel overwhelming and turning it into a structured, manageable experience. Look, any company can say great things about itself, but real credibility, that comes from other customers. And this is where social proof becomes their secret weapon. It's how they prove that those 4 pillars we talked about are actually real. Just look at this review. This person says, save time with a headache-free journey. Best part is, cab is on time. See what's happening here? That's pillar 2, simplicity, headache-free journey, and pillar 3, reliability, cab is on time. This isn't the company talking, it's a real customer backing up their claims. That's so powerful. And here's another one. The driver was very friendly, the car was new and always clean. This one goes straight to that reliability pillar again, hitting on that safe and comfortable journey promise. You can't pay for better marketing than words like friendly driver and new clean car. But it's not just about stories from individual people. They also use hard numbers. By showing data like thousands of searches and conversions, they're basically saying, hey, it's not just 1 or 2 happy customers. Look how many people trust us. It shifts the proof from just stories to large-scale validation. It makes you feel safer choosing them. So let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? What does all of this really teach us about this whole business of belief idea?
Well, first, you have to understand that a spiritual journey is not the same as a typical vacation. A vacation is usually about escaping your life. A spiritual journey, that's about connecting with something deeper. So the value isn't about fancy hotels or five-star restaurants. It's about providing peace of mind so you can actually have that meaningful experience.
And that brings us to the key takeaway. This company gets it. They know they're not just in the business of booking cars or hotels. They're in the assurance business. They are selling you the confidence, the certainty that all the annoying details are taken care of so you can be free to focus on what really matters.
And that leaves us with one final question to think about. In a business like this, one that's so good at smoothing out all the rough edges of a sacred journey, where does the service end and where does the spirituality actually begin? It's a really interesting place where business and belief meet.